day trading in 2021. It's the best career there is, right? Well, you can make your own hours. You get to be your own boss, which is good and bad all at the same time. There's no real ceiling to your income. You can make six, maybe even seven figures a year. So, what's the catch? Well, I'm here to tell you about my experiences and maybe some of the things you might have overlooked or not thought about if you're considering a career in day trading. Okay, so the world is changing drastically. People's social lives are upside down. We're all doing Netflix and chill, which is weird because Netflix and chill a year ago had a completely different meaning. So we're on the fourth or fifth version of Netflix and chill. So we're all doing Netflix and chill from home right now. People are drastically looking for a career change, whether you're 18 years old or 60 years old, you're looking at the world through a different lens. Everything is changing about our world, and we have to modernize with it in order to evolve, right? The world is evolving. We need to evolve too. So in order to make this video, I had to do a ton of research on the kinds of careers that are out there, what kind of pay scales there are, and what these jobs entail. And I kind of came to a funny realization on why I made this video. And I looked at all these lists and I said, where's day trading? So I saw all these different career paths, and never once did I see day trading. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, fine. Let's see what these salaries are in these careers that they're saying it's 2021. What's a good salary? So all the way down this list, it was 50,000, 60, 70,000, 80,000. And that kind of is where the list tapered off, was at like $80,000 a year. And I was like, well, that's pretty good money, but definitely not day trading money. And as a list went on, you got to software engineers and they made somewhere between 100 and 150,000 on the high scale. And even physician was up there, I guess, on call at home physicians. They were making 150,000, even sometimes 200,000 a year, which was great. But it led me to think, where's day trading? Because as day traders, we can make six figures a year quite easily. We can even actually make seven figures a year, or we don't have a ceiling on our income. So day trading is one of these careers that, just like a physician, you need a ton of education to get into, which can be found online. You don't need any type of medical certifications. You don't need any type of um, diplomas. What you need is you need a good foundation of education, and you need to have the ability to be able to go through the grind of the career, because it's a lot of work. It's not that it's not a lot of work. It's a ton of work. So I was actually quite shocked when I couldn't find day trading at all on any of these. Like it wasn't there at all, which was surprising because you can make so much money as a day trader, and the job has such great benefits to it that it was actually shocking to not see it. So how old should I be to start day trading? Well, this is a great question with an even better answer. It doesn't matter how old you are, whether you're 18 and you're still clicking your shoes every time you hop and skip, or whether you're 60 years old or 70 or 80 and have all the wisdom in the world. There is no advantage in this game of day trading as to, oh, I'm super young and my mind is very active, or hey, maybe I'm 60 years old or 70 years old and I've got the wisdom that these young kids don't have. It doesn't matter, because day trading can be done at any age, no matter what lens you're looking at this thing through. It really doesn't matter. You can start when you're 18 and you can work all the way up till you're 80, until you're retiring the keys. Or maybe you just want to work from the age of 31 to 36, make a lot of money and retire. That happens too. There's no reason why you can't do that. So it doesn't matter if you're 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, male, female. It doesn't matter, because day trading doesn't have a preference. We sit in front of a computer and we execute our commands every day and make our income. And that's it. There is no age preference. So I love this question, because there is no right or wrong answer. Well, there's actually just one right answer, which it doesn't matter. How old are you? Oh, you're 42. Oh, that's the perfect age. Oh, by 42, you meant 59. Even better. That's another perfect age. Oh, you were lying to me this whole time and you're 20, turning 21 in 3 days. Even better. So it doesn't matter. So another pro about day trading is that you get to be your own boss. You only have one person to answer to, which is the market. And that's it. Every day you wake up, you have your expectations of what you need to do every day. You complete your tasks as your job, and that's it. You're your own boss. You don't have somebody breathing down your neck. You don't have somebody you have to answer to. You don't have deadlines. You have yourself, and that's it. And you have your discipline, which will either allow you to be successful at this or not. So some people are really good at being their own boss, and then some people need work on it. So for those of you who need work on it, this is a test of your discipline, right? So you need to either increase your discipline or go and do some mental analysis training or some other things, right? So let's talk about income in day trading for a second. You can make anywhere from $20,000 a year in day trading all the way up to 5 million or even more a year in day trading. So you've got day traders of all skill levels. Think of this as like athletes. You have bad athletes and you have good athletes. And the bad athletes, they make less money. And the good athletes, they make more money. So this is all a testament to your skill as a day trader. But for most people, it's very achievable to make 50,000 a year, even 100,000 a year. It's very achievable. People start out and by the end of year one, they've already made 50,000 or sometimes even 100,000 a year. So at the end of your first 365 days, a lot of times you'll have day traders who are successful at the career make 100,000 or more a year. I think this is the barrier of success in day trading. You either make it or you don't. So if this is $100,000 a year, and you're starting here, you go on this journey, and at the end of year one, if you hit this, you've made 100,000. But the problem is a lot of people go on this journey and they fall off and they fail, or they make it this far and fail, or they just fail to launch, or whatever it is. So I don't think this is necessarily a question of income scaling, which day trading does have income scaling. You're more in control of it. That's the difference. This is a question of success or non-successful day traders, whether you can actually be successful at this career or not. Now, with that said, you can also push seven figures a year. You can make 100,000 a year. You can make 2, 3, 4, 500,000 a year. You can make $1 million a year. You can make 2 million, 5 million, 10 million a year. This is, and I mean, you're getting to these seven-figure amounts and you're getting into an elite class of traders. So again, think of this like an athlete, right? If you're good enough at it and you devote enough of your life to it and you keep pushing and training and waking up every single day and getting up at 6 a.m. or 5 a.m. I get up at 4 a.m. and I've been doing this for 10 years, 11 years actually now. And I get up at 4 a.m. still every single day. Sometimes I sleep until 5, which is weird to say. 5 a.m., that's a nice sleeping day, right? That's weird to say, but it's true. I still do it every single day. This is how much grit you have in your soul. This is how much you can actually push to make this career something that makes sense for you. So it's just like athletes. If you're lazy and eating cheeseburgers all day, you're not going to be a pro football player. But if you train properly and you go to the right stadiums and have the right equipment and you have access to the good coaches and things like this, then hey, guess what? Your chances of being a professional just increased. So I think day trading is very much the same thing. Okay, we've got 2 more things to talk about. But before we get there, I'd love to know what your guys' experience with this are. I've done all this research about careers in 2021 and working from home and all these different things. What's your guys' experience has been like? Have you guys tried day trading? Have you ever thought about day trading as a career? Is this something that you could ever see yourself doing? Is there things that you don't like about it? Is there ideas that you have? What's your general take on this working from home in 2021? And would you be a day trader if you could? Give me your thoughts and opinions. I'd love to see what people think. At the same time, if you like the content, subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I think we spent a lot of time talking about the pros and propping this thing up to be this magical career, which it is. It's a great career. Nothing is magical. Nothing is perfect. This isn't lollipop land. I don't necessarily think there's a lot of bad. I think there's a lot of failure in day trading because people just simply don't have the grit and what it takes to get there. So I think there's a realization that people have is that they try this and they fail at it because they're just not willing to put the work in. So I think there's kind of this misconception out there about what it actually takes to be a day trader. I think people just kind of go and look for a few minutes online and there's so much misinformation out there. There's so many videos that I come across every single day, and it's so almost overwhelming. It's overbearing and bombarding how many times I've seen be a day trader in a week. Follow these simple steps. Join this crazy signals group. It's just so overwhelming how much of it is out there. So this is the problem with the industry, right? Is that there's so much crap out there that it's hard to sift through it all. If you can ignore all that stuff and be realistic for a moment, no career where you can make more than a Hollywood actor, and that's day trading. You can make more as a day trader than you can as a Hollywood actor, a successful one. No career can be that easy. If you think for 1 second that you're making 7 fingers a year, well, I hope you have 10 fingers. If you think for 1 second that if you think for 1 second that you can make over 7 figures a year just by following a few easy steps and just clicking this or paying a $20 subscription fee a month, like it's some kind of golden ticket to riches, you're out of your mind. You're bonkers, right? Like this is not realistic thinking. You have to educate. Like, okay, I have 11 years of university. I have a double major and I studied for my master's in architecture. I have 11 years of university, and all throughout my university stay, I was practicing day trading. I was living and breathing this stuff day in, day out. I've been day trading now for 11 years. Okay. And it's just like any real career. You have a ton of training you need to do. You have a ton of educating you need to do. You have a ton of points of failure in your career. You're going to fail many times as a day trader. You're going to go through accounts. You're going to go through hard times, just like any career. A doctor who loses a patient, a doctor who fails an exam, a pre-med student who, well, I guess doctors don't fail exams. Okay, a pre-med student who fails an exam, a lawyer who loses a case, a car salesman who has a warranty issue that has to have a car returned to their business. No matter what the career, an athlete who sprains an ankle and gets a 2-year career delay. No matter what the career, it's the same thing with day trading, guys. You are going to have points of failure, but you have to be realistic about it and say, okay, I have to educate, I have to train, and I have to push. And you have to get up at 4 and 5 a.m. every day. Well, you can get up at 7 a.m. if you want. That's fine. But you have to put the hours in every single day. You have to accept the fact that you're not going to get rich overnight. You have to drop everything else and treat this like a real career, like you would in university. You have to put years and years and years of your life on the line to make it. And if you can do those things, and if you can train hard and get the right education, which hopefully I give you guys, that's kind of the point of why I'm here. If you can follow the right advice and get the right mentor, again, hopefully this guy is that guy. I don't know, but you make your own opinion on that. But if this guy is that guy, for a second time, I'm going to say in this video, subscribe to the channel. Then you've at least started to breach into the career properly without all of the fluff in a way that's going to line you up for success. So that's one of the cons of day trading, is that it's really hard to break into the field, just because of how difficult the industry makes it. Okay, so we're at the end of it. How do you actually start? We've talked about all this stuff from here to there, and how do you actually start day trading? Where can you actually get involved in this career, and what steps do you take as your first steps to get into this thing? Well, you educate yourself, and hopefully you can use my channel to help you do that. And you go and you find yourself the best coach possible, the best mentor you can. Hopefully that's somebody that you trust, right? So hopefully you can find somebody that you trust to help you, guide you down that path. Really education. I can't talk about it enough. I can't say enough how important educating is, and self-discipline. The stuff we talked about today, getting up at 5 a.m. every single day, yada, yada, all the stuff we talked about today. This is a great thing to consider. Again, like I said earlier in the video, let me know what you think. Give me your thoughts, opinions on what your experiences have been and kind of what you expect out of the career. So, okay, adios.